Hey guys, just wanted to do an unboxing or first impressions video of the ST12 Plus from Sitivien, and comes in pretty much I hope I'm using the correct term, the ubiquitous black box that Sitiviens come in. There's no branding. Does come with a nice little piece of cloth to clean it up with, and pretty simple packaging. These are made in China, and we'll talk a little bit about that as well in a second. But here we have the Sitivien ST12 Plus, and I want to make a distinction for those of you who are not familiar with Sitivien. There is an ST12 which did just come out last year, and that would be right here. Now, the ST12 is a fairly lightweight fixed blade, and it comes in this pancake style sheath. That's one of the most obvious changes that they made. And I did review this knife a couple of months ago, and that was the first thing that I made a comment on, which was it would be better as a taco style sheath. So obviously when this knife came out, it basically has the changes that I would have done myself if I was to design the knife. So no brainer there, definitely had to pick it up. So obvious change, taco style versus pancake style. Very nice thick Kydex sheath. It does come with a tech lock, and I hope that if Sitivien is listening to the reviewers, one of the big things that people would really like to have, and I'm not the only one that I believe brought this up, is that to have a dangler accessory available. So when you have this on your belt, the handle sticks up into your ribs, which is not very comfortable. So a dangler would allow you to hang this on a belt loop, and it's just a much comfortable ride. So let me take this out of the sheath. Nice tight fit for both of these. Nice thick Kydex. And let's see. Pretty much identical build quality here. The handle for the ST12 was one of the big issues that most reviewers had with it. The size of the knife is fantastic, very nice, lightweight, but it's a big knife but feels like a smaller knife. And one of the reasons for that was because of a small or pretty narrow handle. Doesn't fill up the hand that much. In comparison to the ST12, as you guys can see there, it's on the chunkier side, but it fills up the hand really well. It feels pretty secure as well. It's about a 5-inch or 5.5-inch handle. It's just a little over 5 inches. So you have plenty of room. I wear size large gloves. You've got plenty of room there for your fingers, and it has a pretty good feel if you want to chop with it and hold it just by that hook. You have 2 lanyard holds as well. And you've got removable, what do you call that? You have removable handle scales, and they're identical. There is also a silver or stainless uncoated blade. This is the stonewash finish, and you've got the same identical liners there. You've got the yellow liners and a black G10. And it's textured and it feels really good, nice and grippy. One of the other changes they made is that they changed the steel. I would consider this an upgrade from what I've heard. This is German Sleipner steel, according to them. But again, being made in China, you'll have to just take that with a grain of salt as quality control, and of course, are they even really making the steel? Can you even really tell the difference? DC53 and Sleipner steel are very similar from what I hear and what I've read. But the knife itself, 6mm blade stock, so identical to the first with the original version, but you could see the size difference is quite obvious. Now, in terms of blade length, the ST12 is just sitting right around 8 1/4, and the original ST12 was at 6.8. So over an inch difference. And in terms of weight, this weighs 12.3 ounces, and this is around 18 ounces. I think 18.2 or 18.3. So about a 6 ounce difference, and you get a whole lot more blade. And let's see. So it does have that 90-degree spine, very similar to the, still has the 90-degree spine, very similar to the ST12. And we'll bring in the ST11 just for comparison's sake. And it is bigger than the ST11. Now, just roughly around an inch overall, or a little under an inch. But if you have the blades next to each other, it is over an inch in difference, or roughly just a little over right there. And this one only weighs about 2 ounces more, or actually a little over an ounce more. This is roughly 17 ounces, and this is 18 ounces. Now the sheath is much heavier. You can see there, it's a larger sheath. So, but all in all, Sitivien, a really, really good budget company. These are all under $100. The ST12 is selling for $80 right now on Amazon, and the ST12 Plus is selling for $80 on Amazon, and the ST12 is selling for about $70, and I think there's a 10% coupon on that. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I will be testing these out. I have already tested out the ST11 and very impressed with DC53, and I hear that Sleipner steel is actually a better steel than DC53. So definitely looking forward to that. And just hear this, the snap on these very nice, secure Kydex for most of these. I did have an issue with the SD11 initially, but you can fix it with a regular old household blow dryer. And again, the only thing I really would love for them to do is to start producing danglers for these sheaths. They ride up pretty high. So that's about it, but for under $100, got some quality blades right here from Sitivien. Can't go wrong with any of these, but I am appreciative that they are making large choppers, $80 for an over 8-inch blade. You know, you're right up there, you know, against the larger choppers from SE, as well as K-Bar and what do you call this? You know, the now discontinued Ontario products, but those are also really good. Very expensive for most of those. So for an $80 option, that's very nice right there with quality materials. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will see you all later.